Let's see.
Hello, everybody. Hello, it's Garrick.
Is my mic work okay? Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you fantastic. You interrupted my intro.
Sorry.
Welcome
My name is Greg. My name is Greg.
Welcome to Just a Tip Tuesday, day 9 of quarantine.
Is it day 9?
I don't know. I feel like I forgot what day. This morning I had no idea. It was
90. Jesus.
I don't know if it's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day feels the same. So it's kind of, I don't know. I like it. I've been on the same routine. I like to get coffee in the morning. I like to feel like I'm not going to just go to my living room. Maybe go for a walk.
What, chicken wings? your chicken wings routine?
Yeah, I still shower every morning before I get on. So that way I feel like, you know what, I'm awake. So a lot of people are working from home. Greg's in Canada. You see his little at-home gym back there. Doesn't look like he works out, but ladies, he does.
It is.
Anyways, yeah, life's been good. Quarantine, it's kind of fun. Feel very productive. Got a lot of.
What's your story? Can you tell your stupid story now?
No, I don't want to tell that story. I want to tell you later because it's still happening, and parties involved watch the podcast. Believe it or not.
Yeah, but by the time this gets posted in a week, that person's 100% not even alive anymore. Let's just be honest. The tallest person, patient 97 of the year, 2020.
All right, patient 97. I met patient 97 with you out one night in November at a bar. Yeah, you were upset that I spent so much time the whole night talking to her.
I know exactly what night this is. I haven't gone out that much.
Yeah, you haven't. And anyways, after 4.5 months of follow-up.
Which one is this? What do you think? November.
Yeah, with Chris. Chris was with us, and so we're. This is the night where Buddy jumped out of the G-Wagon.
Okay, the Blade Runner.
Yes. The Blade Runner. Anyways, so
this is the girl I thought was attractive and you went to go speak to?
It didn't go down like that, but yeah. It was a girl that you noticed that you thought was, kind of attractive. And I
just said, Tom, what did I just say?
But I didn't go talk to her. I just went to get a drink.
That you went to go talk to.
No, I went to get a drink, and then her friend ended up setting us up.
I watched the whole thing go down. You're a fucking liar, man.
I swear to God, I'll bring her on this podcast, and she will tell you that I did not talk to her, that her friend introduced us.
The tall blonde?
Yeah. No, the guy that was with her friend that was a tall blonde. But anyways, she ghosted me and didn't text me back for 4.5 months, and I followed up diligently, and I finally got a response. Turns out she was just in school and very busy, but now the corona has freed her up. And it's been great.
Okay.
It's great. So I just want to let you know that came back to life. That deal was resurrected.
Must be some different kind of follow-up that you do at work.
No, it's not. It's actually very similar. That's why decent results here and there.
Let's see if I have a better lighting if I just point this way. That's better.
Wow, you got an exercise bike out there?
I know, I haven't used it yet.
Wow,
looks good though. Looks like I use it.
Yeah, you got a nice setup there.
There's a kettlebell there too. See, you see the kettlebell?
No, it's too dark, too light. Yeah, that's good.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I do. It's a big kettlebell.
Right there.
Can you lift that kettlebell, or is that for you to sit on?
It's a 50-pounder. It's not light.
Nice.
How's the lighting? Good, Tom?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know much of anything. This is we have Christopher.
So I just got a V8 Earl waiting on the box.
Those jeans. Those things fit like Cabbage Patch Kid, dude.
He's wearing jeans and a fucking.
Are those Wyatt's jeans? Did you get that on Wyatt's drawer?
What's up?
You're on the podcast.
What's up?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Why are you wearing a dress shirt, dude? You're at home.
Because he does his video text.
You're gonna fucking see. Oh, your testimonials. Yeah, that's right.
His video texts, they're all in the same white dress shirt.
I love it.
They weren't.
You know what you do this week? A cooking tip for Just a Tip Tuesday. It doesn't have to be a financial tip.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Literally, how mad he is. That's a good idea. He wants to fucking stab my eyeballs.
Garrick,
we should do a dating tip for all the men that are quarantined.
You know what? That's what this podcast should be about. I bet you would have way more fucking viewers if it was like a dating tip of the week and we threw some financial advice in there. Yeah, I think that's better. I think let's just do that.
Okay.
How to date? How to date?
I think Deanna will love that. I think she'll agree.
She would approve.
I don't think Deanna likes anything that we do, to be honest. But she likes what Tom does. Nothing that we do.
Yeah, she
Did
is.
you see any of that stuff when I was making fun of her? Did she ever comment on that?
I took it out.
What the fuck? Man? You know what I'm gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do.
What? I can leave it.
Your next paycheck, I'm just gonna take a little bit out too. You know, I just gonna figure out like how much does that really mean to me, and then I'll just take that percentage of value off your paycheck. And then when you say, Greg, I think I got less pay than I was supposed to get. I'm like, oh, really? Sorry, I just took that out.
Why?
You know, but I worked 40. Oh, I know. I worked the whole podcast and I record a lot of stuff, and you just decide to take things out. Well, I did the same. Cool.
I think we'll see that back in there soon.
What did you want us to do for financial tips? Did you want one today?
Yeah.
You just want to talk about the real estate markets, right? And the stimulus.
And give a recommendation on if someone's watching those rates fluctuating up and down, like give a recommendation on what they should do, basically.
Well, they've only been going up. They went down and everybody freaked out. There's not a huge demand on the secondary market for rates at 2.75 and 2.5. And the banks kind of went the other way, and there was a bit of a stimulus, but now all the rates are super high and they're kind of scared because they know what's going to happen.
Dude, honestly though, like just speaking reasonably here. Don't cut this shit out too, by the way. Okay. I want to know what you cut out from now on, by the way. I'm really upset about that. Okay. I think what is an interest rate right now? What's an average rate?
Literally, if you're an 800 credit score, rate and term refinance, less than 80% LTV, you're looking between 4 and 4.5%.
Okay, so like that's 4.5%, man.
That's over 1 to 1.5% higher than it was 3 weeks ago. That's what's the crazy.
Ask your dad what he paid in the 80s for a house.
100%. Yeah, it was 5, 6,
90s, 2000. I tell you, it's not that. Anything at 4.5%, you're born at 4.5, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not. It actually
depends on how long you're going to have the loan for and what you're thinking. But if you need to buy a house and you like, let me give you an example. This is actually going to be pretty good, Tom. This is a right off the cuff. Okay. If I want like just I'm not going to say names, but a Canadian client bought a property on Wednesday night, and the next morning they were negotiating back and forth. Let me rephrase. Made an offer on a property. It was almost asking price. There was no conditions. And the clients that were selling the property came back and decided not to sell the house because they're scared that they're not going to be able to find a house. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how good is that? Like, you can sell your house right now and hold back and see what happens. And if the world ends, guess what? The market goes down. You can buy, rent for a few months. You know, fuck. Yeah. It's a perfect opportunity. So going back to interest rates, it's reverse now. Like, if you're getting a 4.5% interest rate, but you find an unbelievable deal on a piece of property that you could like live in for a year or 2 or 3 and make $200,000 or $300,000 off of it, you're going to pay 4.5% interest compared to 3.5% interest, a 1% difference, not the overall amount, but the difference between what you think would be low yesterday and what you think is today's rates. That amount against what you're buying is what the formula is. It's what you're buying. It's the investment. It's not the rate. If you're talking 90%, that's completely different. But 1% difference or 1.5% difference on an investment that you could be buying in a stage or a stage of the industry or the life cycle of the real estate market where it's kind of going down a little bit, or have a good opportunity on a piece of property that's your dream home. What's 1% going to do? You know, what's that really going to do?
No, it wouldn't do anything. But right now, we're not seeing that decline in the prices of homes. And it's mostly, refinance is what, well, I would say I agree with everything you're saying from an expert perspective, but what the media has dictated and what people think is that interest rates should be 0, like 1%. And that's what the mass of everybody that's asking is like, that makes no sense. Like my rate should be like 2%. I heard rates are at 0%. It's just that understanding.
But that's just that reality. Like that's just the media saying shit like that. And people think now that's a belief system that the rates should be at that low, and that's not healthy for the environment of our economy. It's just not. Rates between 3.5% and 5% is extremely low when it comes to the mortgage. I've been in the industry for 20 years. Like that's a low interest rate. If it's you get 2.99, you're getting 3 point something low threes. That's not healthy. Like that's not good for anybody.
It's like 4 to 6% is like what you would need to stimulate like a good economy, not a great one, but like you need lending at like between.
But to have our users, but to have our users believe that they're going to wait for that 3 point, something like that's just not the right mindset. Like I understand if you're looking to get a refinance and you have a higher interest rate than what it is right now, different conversation. You're playing the market. You're buying high. You want to wait till it goes low and you flip out of it. Absolutely. But I'm talking about real estate transaction. You're going to hold off on buying something because you think rates are high. Like, give me a break. You can if rates do plummet back down 6 months from now, 3 months from now, you can rewrite your mortgage. But at least you got that piece of property that you needed, that you wanted to have, or your dream home with that white picket fence and your cats running around, Tom, and you got everything you want.
Everything by yourself. You're
Anyway, dating tip.
dating.
Okay, let's go dating tip.
You go first.
Was that a good enough tip? First of all, financially, was that okay?
Yeah, I think that was great.
That's
Great insight.
All right, dating tip. Go. Tom,
You go. Oh yeah, Tom, go first. Tom, go. A dating tip.
Why don't you ask the question from an average? Like, I know you got a girlfriend, so it's not at all what you would ask.
Yeah.
But if you were like an average guy dating, what would be one average question you would ask a dating? Not that we're experts, but just what would be a frequently asked question that someone would want to know how to date or how to get the girl of their dreams?
I don't really. I've never focused on that.
Okay, I like that. All right, here's another way to ask the question.
I don't really care. So I
But
like.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. I'm not fucking talking about you, Tom. You have a girlfriend. I'm saying what would guys say generally as a frequently asked question when it comes to like dating? Like, what would come to mind if you want to go approach a girl? Like, there's different stages of when you're dating someone that I'm good at and that Garrick's good at, but I'm not good at the whole thing. And I don't think Garrick's good at much of it either, but he's good at some
I'm
part.
not good at the follow through or the commitment side of dating.
Okay. I don't know. I don't really think too much about that stuff.
I have a question. I have a question for you, Gregory. The average guy would ask, how do I ask a girl like if she's single or not? How would you do that?
Well, give me like a scenario. Have you talked to her before? Are you in a conversation with her?
Let's say she's your bartender and you think she's very attractive and you feel like there's some chemistry there. But you're like, I don't know. You don't just say like, hey, do you have a boyfriend?
Do you have any holidays planned coming up?
She's like,
huh?
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
And she's like, yeah, or no, or you don't. How come you don't have any? And you just open it up right there, and that's one approach. She says yes. Oh, you're going with some girlfriends? Or you're going with a husband? And boom, you're there. So that's an easy one. But if they're like closed answered questions, so you want to make sure you don't go yes or no, right? So you want to go, do you have holidays planned anytime soon? It's not like a yes. She says yes or no. Yeah, I do. If she just says no and doesn't say anything, it's not a good sign at that point anyway. But if she says no, not really, or like whoa, look at this. Does he know we're recording a podcast? He's walking a fucking basket the size of his body. He looks like he's carrying a fuselage with him. Yeah, so that would be one. Other one too is like if you're talking to somebody and you want to know if you're single, obviously you look at their hand. But if another thing, you ask a question like, do you have any roommates? You word in you kind of figure out what you want to ask and you work backwards from there. So if you want to know if they were roommates and boyfriend and you just kind of assume shit. So that one's easy.
Well, I think one of my dating tips would be use hypotheticals. Learned that from Gregory. Not necessarily in dating, but in life. But boy, does it work in dating. It's like instead of just being like, "Hey, do you want to hang out later?" Or, "Hey, that was you. You introduced me to hypotheticals. They work like no others." Well, okay. Instead of just saying like maybe you're not getting a response, she's kind of like texting you throughout the day, but you're like supposed to hang out and she's not saying anything. Just change it up a bit. Say hypothetically, if at 5 o'clock tonight, you and I were at the same public place at the same time, and neither of us had a date, like would you?
The one I used, the one I used that was funny was, what happens if you woke up, you got home from work one day and there's a plane in your driveway, and that plane had an empty seat, and that seat was going to Portugal. Right to me. Going to Portugal. What would you do then? Would you get on that plane? Option A, would it be A, go to that plane? B, would you contemplate it and really think about it? Yes, should I go? Should I not go? Or C, call the police.
Call the police. Hypotheticals are great. If you have an awkward question, just pose it as a hypothetical. Are we still going to hang out tonight?
That's funny. It's going to be funny. It can't be just like a serious.
Like hypothetically, if I were to get dressed at 6 and be ready to eat dinner with somebody, and you happen to be at the same place, like, would you mind sitting with me, having a drink? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying like, do you want to go to the bar at 6 or do you want to go out? You know?
Yeah. Or hypothetically speaking, if you walk into a restaurant and you saw me sitting there and there was no one sitting with me at lunch, would you sit down and there was a plate of food there and it was one of your favorite dishes? Would you just sit down and eat that with me?
Hypothetically, if you woke up and you were not at your house, would you be upset?
But any frequently asked questions, being a single guy, that you would ask someone who is good at dating or someone who's an expert at dating girls, what would you? It looks so normal. It looks so like welcoming. That microphone by his mouth.
Okay. What's your question?
What's your tip?
No, we're gonna answer your question.
It's not your question. Hey, and this generalizing. What would guys ask someone who's good at dating? That's not good at dating. Not that you're not. It's nothing to do with you. It's just a generally like, what's a frequently asked question?
I want to know what a frequently asked question is.
What?
I don't know what a frequently asked question would be.
I swear to God, dude, we need to get some better staff.
We can't help you.
Listen. If you were I know you're a master of your domain. You're a fucking stallion. I get it. I understand Swedish, Finnish, Scandinavian women. It's one of your specialties. We know you're a pro. All I'm asking is that if you were if your friends back in Vegas, what would be one of the things they would want to know about dating? How do you get the girl of your dreams? What would be one of the key questions in that department? We're changing the tip, just the tip Tuesday to dating tips.
Okay. Yeah. With financial exits.
Or financial connections, not connection, but financial I guess connecting the dots. It'll be related to financial tips somehow.
So what do you think? What would be a question that people would want?
Tesla.
What's the
Dude, put the microphone by him, dude. Can't hear shit.
What's the number one quality to have?
Okay, that's good.
The number one quality for a man to have?
Yeah.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, please do.
The number one quality. Women won't agree with that but I think when they think about it, they'll agree with that. But off the cuff, they may not. But it's going to be masculinity.
Masculinity, yeah, like a man that can lead and take charge, not abusive, not overly, but
I don't mean physically. I don't mean who works at home and who. I just mean masculine energy. That's it. And women have it sometimes, and men have feminine energy. But I mean who lives there most, masculine energy.
Lions, not the tigers and bears.
Yeah. What's the next question? We're almost done. How long is this podcast?
That was good.
I thought I just.
We're at 50 minutes now.
Okay, so when you cut it back, we normally cut things down. It'll probably be 11 minutes, right?
Yeah, but
Kidding.
you want to keep certain things in here, right?
No, I want to keep certain things in there. Okay, one more question. Two more questions.
Go on.
I don't like to be put on the spot like this.
That's not the question.
Yeah, that wasn't a question.
Is that a question? I'm not taking questions.
Okay. Humor. You have to pick two of the three. So humor, confidence, or
Those two. Doesn't matter what's next. Those two. Yeah. Not cockiness, not cocky, but
Not cocky.
that's just confidence.
and humor and masculinity, cocky. Oh, sorry, masculinity.
Masculinity.
Masculinity, a coffin. Just kidding. Confidence and humor would be the three. There's no four.
Yeah, I would say one tip is most women don't like men that make fun of other men or their friends, belittle them. They don't like that. They'd rather you be cool, helping them out. A lot of guys.
Yeah, but if you make fun of them in a funny way, then it's different. It's not real. We make fun of Chris all the time, but we don't really mean it. We love Chris.
Yeah, no, that's true. Around women, I try to tone it down though. I try not to make fun of them. Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week in quarantine, and make sure that you stock up on snacks.